Good morning, modern steaders. We're up here at the Acre property this morning and the grass has gotten pretty tall. It's almost up to my waist in some areas. I'd say it's between 6 inches and 12 inches long in the high spots. I'd say half the field is this tall and the other half is spotty. But the more we mow it, the quicker this grass is going to grow and the more it's going to thicken up. We got a lot of the different kind of grass in. We got a lot of different grass in here. We got some clovers coming. So we need to get mowing today. You might be asking yourself, Al, what are you going to be mowing your property with? Bum, 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 bum. We got the Kubota BX2370 with a 72-inch mower deck. I know it's not the ideal thing to be mowing with, but it's what we have. I'm trying to get a mower for the TYM T494, but I'm not having luck. Every time I find one, they're back ordered or you can't get them until September. And I don't want to have to wait, or I don't want to order something right now that I got to wait. So I'm trying to figure out what is the best mowing device for our property up here. Should we get a flail mower? Should we get a brush hog mower? Should we get a belly mower? What are your thoughts? Let me know. I'd say in this spot right here, we have about 10 to 20 acres to mow. We got up by the ponds. We got all along the roadsides to mow. And we got about 1.5 miles to a 2-mile long road, and we need to mow the sides of the roads there. So what do you think is going to be the best for a piece of mowing equipment? For now, the old Kubota is going to have to do. I think the old trail is waterlogged. What do you think? If that doesn't tell you how much rain we've been getting lately, I don't know what does. Man, we've just been getting rainstorm after rainstorm after rainstorm. I'm not going to be mowing super low. I'm going to set the mower to 4 inches. The first couple of times I mow this field, I'm going to keep the mower deck high, so if we have any roots out there or different stuff, we're not scalping it and killing the mower. So we'll keep it high and we'll mow it. It's going to look nice, guys. All right, here we go. First mow at the Acre property homestead site. I must admit, this feels like a pretty big accomplishment. I've only made 2.5 passes on the mower so far, but to be mowing up here at the Acre property already just feels good. Last time I tried planting a big pasture, we kept having rain like we are having this year, but for some reason, our grass didn't grow either. So right now, a lot of stuff is getting washed out, but our grass is growing amazing too. So it just feels so good to have the grass growing and not having everything getting washed down. That was a close call. Our belt is starting to come off on this pulley, so I need to get that fixed before we go any further. I brought extra parts and pieces, but I didn't bring a belt. I do have a spare belt at the house, but I did not bring it. There we go. Nice. This is the original belt from the Kubota, so I bought a spare one this year just in case we'll need it. And it's looking like we might one of these days soon. I have a feeling we're gonna be back here mowing in a few weeks, especially in this spot. We haven't mowed out there yet, so I'm not sure about out there, but that is thick. I can't get over how thick this grass is. I'll have to look back and see when we planted it. I don't remember the date off my head, but it wasn't that long ago. Look how thick that is in some spots. That's looking good. All right, let's head up on the other side of this trench and start mowing up over here by this big rock. This area is a little bit more patchy, but where it is growing, it is thick. So I'm hoping by getting this mowed, it'll make the roots spread even further, and it's gonna start covering it and getting it all nice and thick. I think by the end of the season this year, this is gonna be looking good. Bummer. I guess I should have brought that belt with me, guys, because, yeah, that belt just broke. Ah! I can't say that I'm surprised. Or did it not break? Hold on. It might not have broke. That spring might have just came undone and it might have jumped off the track. Oh, that'd be even better because I don't have that belt with me. Ooh, yeah, that belt didn't break. For some reason, the belt must be stretched and it jumped off track or something. So let me get it back on and see if we can get back mowing today. I don't want to have to call it quits for today. It'd be nice to be able to get this area all right here done. And then I want to go up to the first pond and get that mowed. I think I got this figured out. I just got to figure out how to get it on without pinching any fingers. Ooh, there we go. I thought for sure I'd snap that belt and we were done for the day. It makes me happy, guys. That makes me happy. Let's get back to work. All right, this is gonna get old if this keeps happening, but this is what we're gonna have to put up with while we're trying to mow up here today because I didn't bring the new belt. It's gotta be stretched. It came off again. Ugh. There we go. There we go. I'm not exactly sure why that keeps doing that today, but hopefully we can get this all mowed today. Starting to smell something and it looked like it was smoking, so I'm not sure what we're hitting on and what we're rubbing on, but I can see some belt dust over here. Yeah, there's a groove getting cut out of it. Huh. Oh, I put it over around on this one. That was my bad. Oopsies. I gotta come up and over. That's the issue right now. I better take that back off, fix it, and then put it back on. I need some gloves this time. That belt is a little warm. There we go. All right. Let's get that up and over. Woo. Yep, we look good now. Yeah, that belt's seen better days now, that's for sure. All right, let's give it some extra grease while we're right here. We're so close to being done right here. Get this area finished up. Look at this, we caught it just in time. I think that's all that's happening, is it's just riding itself up. I'll have to push that down back on, but we're gonna call it quits. Down here, we're gonna go up to the pond. I wanna get the pond mowed. We have family coming up, and we spend a lot of time up at the pond. That's one of the areas we tend to go to because it's nice. You got the pond, you got the fish, you got the fire pit. So, but look at this, guys. This area looks so good. Up there, it is so thick, and then it starts getting more sparse over here. I just can't get over how good it's coming in. With all the rain we've been getting, I thought a lot of the seeds were gonna get washed away, but it is looking good. Oh, look at that view. Driving around and mowing, I'm getting a little bit more layout in my head, where the house is gonna go, the garage, and then we got one more building that we gotta build. And I'm trying to think of the name to call it, so it makes sense, because it's gonna be a very multiple use building. We're gonna have quite a few different things in it. It's gonna be our power station, because we're gonna be generating our own solar power here, so we're gonna need a place to put all of our power. We're gonna have, well, I don't want to give it all away. We got a big surprise coming in that building, but that building is gonna be a powerhouse. We're gonna have a bathroom in it and a few other things in there. So I gotta think of a good name for it, because it's gonna be a pretty cool building. That's gonna be the first one we're building up here at the off-grid property, because there is no power around here for miles. So I need to get power up here before we can start doing everything else. So we've been working on that. That is in the process. So that'll be one of the next big projects coming up. I know a lot of you have wanted an update on the pond. The pond is doing really good. We've been seeing some of the trout swimming around. They're looking huge. We need to get up here and do some fishing and do some catch, clean, and cooking. But I've been trying to hold off on that because I want the fish to grow. If you guys are just new to the channel, we stocked this pond at the beginning of spring with 40 rainbow trout. And they are between 8 and 12 inches, or 8 to 10 inches. And I'm gonna say they're 12 plus right now, and they look like they got some girth to them. So we got to get up here, do some fishing. I have another project I want to do up here, and I'm hoping to do that this week or next week. We're waiting on a couple of things to show up. One of them has. I'm still waiting for one more thing to show up so we can do it. mowing is just an excuse to come up and use the pond. Can't be all work and no play. Oh. Whew. Sorry if I'm blinding you. I got a good farmer's tan going on. Don't tell Gina we were up here swimming around. She'll be jealous that she wasn't able to come up today. Oh, that water is nice and refreshing. It's got a couple of springs that feed it in the water, and then it's got one or two across the way. So you'll hit a warm spot, and then you'll hit a cool spot. There's quite a few different springs. I think this winter I counted 4 springs coming up that wasn't letting the ice freeze. I need to get the last batch of meat birds out of the chick brooder and out on pasture. It's gonna feel so good to have them all out on pasture. Well, there, missus. We also need to change that belt.
Tonight I have some leftover chicken, I have some mushrooms I picked up at the store the other day, some fresh mushrooms, and I have some red onion, and I have some carrots, I have some broccoli pieces that were growing in the greenhouse, so I have those picked. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make kind of it's a sauce I've used a few times instead of using soy sauce. So I have about a little less than 1/4 of a cup of syrup. So this is a dark syrup, so it's really sweet. And then I'm going to do about the same amount, about a 1/4 cup of sesame oil. Chicken broth. A teaspoon and a half of arrowroot so it will thicken as it gets warm. to like a simmer. Get me some avocado oil in there. I should have just used my chopper. I didn't. Sometimes I think, oh, maybe I'll just use my knife. And then I always think I should have just used my chopper. Especially if you like things the same size. So I'm just going to let my vegetables get cooked up here and the sauce to hopefully thicken a little bit, and I'm going to just right before, just to be able to heat up the chicken's already cooked, I'll throw that in. So it looks really tasty.
Dear Lord, thank you for a wonderful day. Boy, does it feel good to be able to mow up at the off-grid property. I think before we know it, we're going to be mowing up there some more. I can't wait to see this time mowing how much more the roots of the grass are going to spread, so how much thicker the grass is going to get in some of the areas. I can't wait. I don't know about you guys, but we really enjoy our stir fries. Soy sauce does not settle well with us, so this sauce that Gina made in today's video is delicious and it doesn't bother our stomachs. If you guys have any good, quick summer recipes, leave them in the comments down below. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it, it really helps. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and we'll see you right back here in the next video at Lumnah Acres. Bye.